Good morning to everybody. Welcome to this very nice location here at the University of Antwerp. Thank you very much for hosting us. We are here for this launch event of the IMPAC3T-IP Toolbox and Training. We will spend a nice day today, which I hope is going to be extremely interactive. We arranged panels for you to discuss with the panelists and enter into what is going to be an important challenge for the future. Let me see. Which is going to be how to better perform a knowledge transfer in order to achieve a stronger societal and economic impact. The idea is to work on 3 scenarios, and Lisa will forgive me if I don't pronounce scenario in the proper way. I'll try to do my best. One is going to be on classical plus, Y plus, because we will dive into whatever, all the challenges which are connected to social science and humanities, valorizing know-how that Mr. Fazio, valorizing know-how, which is most of the case underestimated, and that let us face several challenges, and we will discuss this. Co-creation, when it goes on all the cases where we have multiple owners, and just think about citizen engagement, and then scenarios connected to crisis. We got a hint when we had to ensure equitable access or wider access to vaccines under COVID, for example. So these are the challenges we will cover during the day. As you can see, there are going to be different panels. Each panel will discuss one of these scenarios, and then we will have in the afternoon the possibility to discuss among us on a nice networking cocktail session. And now I would like to jump into the first speaker, but first I would like to highlight what is the background of the discussion. Licensing, licensing is at the focus, and it is not just maximizing revenues, but it's mainly under the discussion today, having better impact and having better societal impact. And this is also connected with the role of the university have and the fact that universities are more and more asked to demonstrate their contribution to societal impact. Moreover, research results are more and more diversified. So it's not just STEM, it's a bunch of opportunities to use research results and generate an impact. So this is what we would like to discuss, and this is why I would like to invite here Stefan von Passel, Vice Rector for Valorization and Sustainability, our host. Please welcome Stefan with a very nice round of applause. Thank you very much, Stefan, for being here. He will introduce us to what they do here, and we will better understand why we are here and not elsewhere. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, and first of all, welcome in Antwerp. Welcome in my beautiful city. Maybe a quick question, because there are several people already from Antwerp and already been here, but for who is the first time visiting Antwerp? Just, okay, good. Look around, because you have neighbors where it's not the first time, and so they will, because I can guide you around and say you can have a look at the cathedral, you can have a look at the mass, but they will explain all to you what it is, but also enjoy to see what you can see. And we are a kind of old city. We once had a kind of golden age, and the longer it goes back, sometimes the more pathetic it is. But nevertheless, 500 years ago, we claim to be one of the centers of the world, and this was one of the largest cities in Europe. It's still a large city, medium-sized. And in this building, because that's also important, this building has also a history, not all the parts, because you came through. So also the building part, it's also protected, it's also heritage, and parts are kind of 500 years old. And it has a typical history with brightness and more kind of demolition phases and so on. And one of the things, a lot of history is also economic related, also religion related, and there were also monastery here, but also 500 years ago, when we were at our golden age, it was mainly based on economics. And my background, I'm an environmental economist, so that's the reason I will explain you that. And so, and here there was a kind of smart people building and also do kind of speculation and waiting until prices go up and then sell the food to the people when they have high prices and so on and so on. So that happened here 500 years ago, but now you're here and now it's up to you to make the next step. And that's what I would like to say. And I would like to say a few things, because I'm not only proud on my city, but also on what we try to do. And we are in a luxury situation. And also here, several people of our team are also in the audience. So try to take the opportunity, because they will explain it in a better way, what they are doing. But I will briefly explain what we are doing and how we can do it, and what makes it possible to do that. And first of all, this is our city. One of the things, and this is also part of our campus, we have several buildings in the city and also outside the city, and about 20,000 students. And you can also visit this. This is just around the corner, but my orientation is just there, I think. Yeah. Yeah, okay, thank you. And you can visit it. This is quite nice, but you will not see the sun. Sorry for that, but also not a lot of students, because also they had examinations still last week, and next week they will come back to study for the next semester. So that's also the reason we can host you now. So that we must say. So you will see some students, some disappointed, but most are not that disappointed because they have no clue about their results yet. So in the end, so this is what we do. We are kind of, there's a lot of research going on, but there is more. Because 10 years ago, I'm not the first vice rector of valorization. 10 years ago, we had only a vice rector, research, education, and engagement. But then we also realized the research is closely, and that's important, closely linked to valorization, but it's a lot of work, a lot of opportunities. So let's have a specific focus, and let's also have a vice rector valorization. And it's still a lot of work, and it's even increasing. Why? Because we're doing a lot of things, and this is and I will not go into too much detail, but these are the things we are doing and we are able to do. And we have 3 blocks, 4 houses, and one of the things is the most familiar, what is the TTO, and that's the push innovation, and we want to push innovation, and we want to support all researchers, and we have thousands of researchers. Not all are going towards market solutions, but if there are possibilities, we learned to help them and to make kind of the impact even higher. Not only because we think it's often some will say it's the profit that drives us, but in the end the idea is of course to boost also our core tasks and also to boost the research and to have impact, and that's related to what the project and the people here today. So this is the kind of the technology transfer. Then we also realized, and that's also important, that we also should be part of ecosystem building. And one of the things, and that's more innovation partnerships. And we realized that because we cannot be the best in everything what's possible. And we are in Antwerp, and there are some kind specific parts of Antwerp that makes us proud, but also its economic reality. So that's the reason that we also are building innovation hubs on sustainable chemistry. We are the largest chemistry hub. Still a lot of work to do in Europe, and the second largest worldwide. We have a huge port, so there are a lot of activities, a lot of research projects, but a lot of connections with the economic world that we can work on and that we can work together and to create impact, to make innovation, jointly innovation, and to move forward, because there are also a lot of challenges. I come back to that. And then another part is, of course, we have a lot of students, and students are also entrepreneurs, and we want to stimulate them to learn, to fail, but also to be successful in later life. And so we have an increasing part of our activities also making the link with our educational tasks. So these are the three blocks, and these are, and I will not go into details, but I will show you some numbers, because often, and this is recently updated, because now we have the numbers of last year's. So you see what we are working on. We have a lot of research agreements. In the end, it's the total number of contracts that we had last year, so including all type of contracts from fundamental to applied to valorization, and license agreements, patent families we have. And that's the reason that we are that proud, and we are not the only university in this region that is proud, because I must say we have we made this possible because we have a system in Flanders that supports TTO, and we receive money for that to make this happen. And it's also in a competitive system, so the better these parameters are, the more money we get from the Flemish government, and to have valorization specialists, managers, IP, and so to guide our researchers, and that's what we are doing. And that makes it possible to do this, and in the way, and we see there's even more and more attention. So we are under pressure, like all budgets, but this is one of the things where we see that there is potential return, and we try to make this happen, as you can see here. This is an overview, a very nice slide of the spin-offs. We're quite successful, and you also see these are the spin-offs before 13 years ago, but you see that is also growing because we put attention on this. We were more and more successful, and we had a very hard-working team to make this possible, together with all the research groups. And these are the innovation hubs, where we say, okay, we should focus on partnerships, and we have, but I will not go into detail. I will just show you, we have open innovation hubs where we try to bring research together with industry, work together. We have then in certain buildings our spin-offs, but also other companies, and so on and so on. And so one of the places is in the Beacon, that's also in the city center. The other a little bit more far away, so too far to walk. This is on the border of the river, so you can have a look. And it's maybe a good quiz to recognize the building from the picture and see if you can find it. This is about creativity, but I will a little bit stimulate you for the next days. And one of the things is, it's not all that evident. And I put some points in this slide. I will not go into detail because we also see challenges. And because as a university, we say, let's build into innovation and let's try to make our chemistry more sustainable. But then you see, of course, electrification, you see kind of greenwashing, you see the pressure on the competitiveness of our industry in Europe, and also the way is that often we have industrial deals, and often you see a kind of response. And I always push, and I hope you will do that together with me, that the focus should be on innovation and not on just kind of subsidies to keep on doing what we are already doing, and in the end we will be not competitive in a lot of sectors. But that's the same with other movements. We develop vaccines, but we still see a lot of anti-vaxxers. We even have ministers there, not in Belgium, but in the US. But also see on AI, digitalization, you can focus on that, but there is also a lot going on with a lot of uncertainty, but also a lot of market power from huge companies dominating also in this case, all US based of the Magnificent Seven. So that makes that we are still working, but our work is not done yet. And the reason is, how can we create the impact? How can we convince our stakeholders that that we are doing a good job, but also how can we do it even better? And that's the following days. I saw the program, and there are a lot of things to learn and to even improve our impact and linking that. And so that's, and I wish you a very, very nice program. And once again, welcome in our city. And I hope you also have a little bit time to visit that. And there are a lot of opportunities nearby, so you should not walk too far away to make some beautiful sightseeing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for the introduction and again for hosting us. This is a very nice location and city. We will have a lot to learn. Before introducing the next speaker, just to highlight the importance of using research results, we say no use, no impact. That's very, very important to keep in mind. And I guess this is the mission for everybody. And this is why, again, with IMPAC3T-IP, we care a lot about radical things, toolboxes, training. We need to make an effort to make sure that the knowledge we created in all domain is used and reaches the final beneficiaries. So having said this, I would like to introduce the next speaker. José Fernandez is the CEO of eLucid, a company dealing with digital tools on licensing. Please, José, just a recommendation, when you're in the presentation, try to stay here, because people otherwise online, they will not see us. Thank you. Please, the floor is yours.
Okay, I will carry on, but I was just describing 5 tools that we have co-developed as part of the impact effort. Those 3 tools are transversal tools that that can help in any of the 3 scenarios that we are working. So 2 of those tools are for discovering IP, hidden IP in SMEs or hidden IP in TTOs. Another 2 tools are here to help your organizations find available assets or other available tools that might help in your efforts towards a better licensing work. So those 2 tools have been co-developed by Atrinio, which is here. I can see Robert. Oh, there you are, Robert. So Robert and Atrinio developed the other tools to help you find more tools for licensing, for finding assets, for making your job more efficient. And we at Elucid developed the fifth tool, that is Lucid Hub. It's an aggregator, and that aggregates IP assets from across several organizations. You may be able to use that. You may be able to know it in the FHIR, which is basically here to help you list assets available for licensing. We are talking about assets more in the arts and humanities, the social sciences, and we will be able to show the tool. So there's not much to say. We are eager to speak with you and to get to know you, to show you the tools, to show you the work that we have created in these 2 past years. And yeah, have fun and enjoy your time in the conference.
Thank you very much. Just to fulfill some curiosity of yours, here you have a QR code where you can access the toolbox. Please don't get distracted, because we have the next panel, which is going to be very interesting. But just to show you that things are there, and you will learn more in the afternoon.